Hi everybody, it's Love of Reborn's 13 here. Hope everybody's doing really well, and I'm so excited to show you another Reborn. This is the Smilla sculpt by Sabin Altenkirch. And this baby. She was reborn by More Love Nursery, Moore, Love Nursery. She's over on Facebook. Such a great artist. She does beautiful rooting. She does beautiful painted hair. This doll is just okay. So she was technically an impulse buy. I was not planning on getting the Smilla. I actually didn't even know the sculpt at the time. But she was posted, and I mean, her pictures were amazing. And I just fell in love with this face. I was like, oh my gosh. If you guys may notice, at least a friend of mine had pointed out that she's kind of similar to Coco, the Coco Malou. I mean, she doesn't have the dimples like that, but just something about the cute little face. So apparently I gravitate toward that, but I just love this one. She is my only painted hair baby that I have. And I mean, the painting on her, look, you can even see the veining underneath. She just does such a good job with the depth of color. It's just so good. Let me just kind of hold like that. Oh, I just love it. Okay. And she is just such a peanut. She has beautiful hands too. Oh, the details. You would think it's like the first time I've seen the doll. So I did research on the sculpt after I found out what the sculpt was. And that's usually, sorry for moving the camera so much. That's usually what I do. I've learned before I buy a Reborn, if I see one that I really like, I'm kind of like a research fanatic when it comes to things. Like if I'm interested in something, it could be anything, like anything that you can think of, cameras, whatever I'm trying to buy at the time, shoes, anything. I just like research. I go on the web, I watch tons of videos, I watch tutorials of things. I'm like a research nut in that sense. So I was like, all right, the Smilla, let me check this sculpt out. So I looked it up, found who the sculptor was, and then I like to look at other dolls that are made of that sculpt, not just the prototypes, but like just anybody who reborned them. So I'll go on eBay, type in Reborn. I typed in like Reborn Smilla. I'll Google it to see different pictures. I'll go on YouTube and Google it. You can Google it. I'll go on YouTube and type, like say Reborn Smilla. And I just like to see different versions of it so I can get a really good idea of what the sculpt looks like. And at first I loved the sculpt, but I was like, okay, it's a cute sculpt. But there was something about this Smilla that just I was very drawn to, and I just had to have her. So I'm like, you know what? The sculpt is cute, but she is adorable, and I could not let this one go. Something just. And when I said before, like she was an impulse buy, I just happened to see her posted, and I was like, I gotta have her. I just gotta have her. So normally I take time to think, and I like, okay, do I really want this doll? Blah, 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 blah. And I just like, I kind of sleep on a decision. Like I'll really think it through. I didn't think it through with this one, and I'm really glad I didn't this with her because she's just beautiful. Her name is Mina Rose. The name is actually funny. The artist actually helped me pick out the name. So my mom said I should name her Rose, and I wanted to name her Mina, and the artist said, how about Mina Rose? And I went, that's amazing. I love it. So Mina Rose, like the most unique name I have in my nursery. And she's so pretty. Her eyes are really, really unique. She has like, so they are glass eyes. Of course, they're not going to show up the way I want them to. They're a little darker in the corners and not as like bleach white. I don't say bleach white, but like really, really white. But I asked her about like why she got them, and she said that they were meant to be, they were like marketed as like newborn looking eyes. She's my only doll with that where, past the color of the eye, it's not white. It's got a little bit more of like I don't want to say a grayish hue, but it's a little more translucent color. And it's so cool. It's just such a cool look. It's easier if I can put like a bright light on, but I can't with being on my phone. And it's nighttime. So at some point I'll try and get a picture of it. Like a better shot of it in one video. She's the cutest little eyelashes too. And the really cool thing, I don't know if I'm going to get it to show up, but she has like little whiter lines, like more multi-toned. She even has the little milk spots in her nose, and they're very faint, and I love that because it doesn't make it as obvious. It was just like a hidden thing, and there's even a scratch mark on her, and it was just, this doll I just think is adorable. She's very textured feel for her varnish, which for those who don't know, the varnish protects the paint work, and it could be, depending on what the artist wants to do, it could be smooth or textured feel, satin or matte. So I would say she's definitely more of a matte textured. So she doesn't have as much of like kind of a, I don't want to say shine because not like overly shiny, but think of like satin paint. She's definitely more matte, and she's got like, I don't know if you can hear my hand going back and forth. She's not smooth. She has a feel to her. But yes, this is my little Mina Rose. And again, More Love Nursery, great artist. She's over on Facebook. And she's just my cutie. So I would suggest, definitely when you're picking new sculpts, or any kind of sculpt, it would be a really good idea, at least, not it would be, but like I suggest, for me anyway, it's a good idea to always go online, do your research about it. You know, find different ones that were made, find people who did maybe a box opening of that on YouTube, or just are showing their doll on YouTube, and just get a feel of the sculpt and get an idea, the little peanut hands, get an idea of, you know, how it looks, how other people feel about it. You know, there's a lot of artists and collectors. Some of them will do kit reviews on YouTube, and that's a great way to see the blank kit and what people think about it, especially from the artist perspective, because they'll explain, like, you know, when they look at a kit, what are they looking for in terms of painting it and all that stuff. So yeah, she's just my little cutie. I call her and Gertie my dynamic duo. So they are like little two peas in the pod. So they're little buddies. So anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to share a little Mina Rose. And yeah, my suggestion would definitely be to research your sculpts, look at pictures, look at YouTube videos, and just, you know, if something catches your eye, sometimes it's meant to be. So yeah, there she is. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a great day and whatever you're doing, or a great night. And I will see you all, or talk to you all soon. Take care.